Hotep, this is Brother Beku, doing my first farm install on a tractor. We got a John Deere tractor, I think it's a 4230, and Mr. Malveaux here in Church Point, Louisiana, going to let me put a couple of these cells over here in his tractor, and we're going to improve his gas mileage, get some real work done, making food for people, creating a better world. So this is the first shot. We're going to get more. All right, peace. Directly in the fuse box. Right now we're going to fill up some water. We're doing, the first time we're doing half-gallon size this time, and I got it. You got to spin the.
Yeah, it's directly on you.
All right, no.
As long as you can see.
Right there to be good. That's our water level, almost to the top, maybe half an inch from the top. More water or actually, the more the steel's in the water, the more hydrogen produced. So you keep the top. You want to keep it like this. So that's why glass is important. It's good to see. So when your water level goes down, you can always just fill it right back up. All right. So what we're going to do, let me run over here. Right here we got our potassium hydroxide, and basically you need very little. I'm going to start out with what I use for a quart, which is roughly, I don't know if you can see that, but basically that's about all you need for a quart, so I'm going to just double that on this one. It's a very powerful catalyst, so you only need a very little bit, and you got to have an ammeter in line with your electrical system so you know how many amps you're pulling. Because you pull too many amps, the wires get hot, the insulation melts off, and basically you get a safety issue. You start to get into safety issues. So you want to dilute that up, make sure it's spinning around and everything dissolves in that. So it's basically, you see it's gone. All that is dissipated. All right. So this is essentially the design I come up with. Is basically I'm utilizing the concept of infinity symbol, sine wave symbol. I found that when I've designed cells in this way, I've gotten just much more hydrogen, and it just really works. So I got a double layer. This is about I guess 0.25 millimeter thick, and so I just use bolts to secure them together on 4 points per sheet. Basically, it's a 4-inch sheet that I wrapped and curled, and that's what you get. And just like I said, it produces a lot of hydrogen. In the van that I've been running in for almost 2 years, I average it about anywhere from 50 to 70% improvement in gas mileage. So I don't know with the amount of load this tractor is going to be using, so I'm hoping I get something in the same range of efficiency. All right, let me stop again. So we're doing hooking up the vacuum hoses so we can get hydrogen from one cell to another. And these clamps are very important. The most important thing, and probably more than anything else, you can have no air leaks. Air leaks will basically screw your results. So the tighter, that's why you see a lot of this shiny stuff. It's called goop. I use goop to seal these ports, the check valve, and this is the regulator so far as regulates the vacuum pressure so it pulls through, because it's basically from air goes down, pulls through here, produces hydrogen, and the hydrogen goes in here, and then I'm going to have another hose that's going to run right into the air line. This is going to go up on the other side, and then the hydrogen is going to go into the engine using with this. Basically, just throw it across like so, wire tied down, make it secure, out of the way of any moving parts. And again, clamps on all, so everything is airtight as possible. We get all that hydrogen going right into the engine. All right? Thank you. You can go ahead and start. Any questions, Eugene?
Well, I guess the main thing for me, being who I am, just think about what are you thinking right now? First install on a tractor.
Yes, this is my first install on a tractor, and it's this is the type of install I really wanted to do because of I want to show adding real value to people's lives, and so I can think of nothing more valuable than making the land productive and cutting the cost of making that land productive. Because if you want to sit behind a mule or pull the plow yourself, you know, good luck. But so that's why we got this on a tractor, and take this modern world and make it more efficient, more eco-friendly, because we'll see how few black clouds and smoke come out of the smokestack. I'm real excited to see that, so how much of the emissions we can reduce so far as in the diesel. This is the first diesel I've done.
Yeah.
So on a number of levels, this is very exciting for me. So I'm just happy to have assistance of film instead of trying to do it myself. Everything myself. So I got help today, especially from a man.
Jonas.
That's me right here.
Let me,
you know, certain
Places.
interested parties don't want this in technology coming out because they don't make money. Because essentially, you look at all these fields, it's all green, right? That's what this planet does. You go to the deepest ocean, you go to the highest mountain, the driest desert, you're going to find life there. This planet does nothing but generate life. That's why everything out here, God's green earth, is green.
That's why those fields out there, you don't see just green.
Right. I mean, everything grows. I mean, this can't help but grow. Whether it's like mold, mildew, insects, plants, you know, you get sun, you got water, you got life. It's that simple. And that's what this planet does. And so would you have that kind of amount of energy to power all this out here, and all the bugs, and all the birds, and all the groundhogs, and all the raccoons, and all the possums? It supports life. And so we're just taking a small aspect of what is possible. But believe me, one of my teachers, he said in one 16-ounce glass of water, there's enough potential energy to power all of New York City, a city of 8 million people, for one day. So that means you only need 365 16-ounce glasses of water to power all of New York City. So what I'm doing with this is just a very small fraction. So as I learn more, I'm going to implement more, and you're going to see better and better results. So essentially, at some point, we're going to have this. I'd like to have all three of his tractors, all of his vehicles, running on water, because we've been sold a bill of goods. All right here, looking at is where the vacuum line is going to go into to the diesel, right near, right after the air filter, actually. And that's the air filter right down there to your left, the big canister that you see right there, what I'm pointing at. And then that's where it comes in. Air goes up, over, and down into the engine. So that's our theory of operation. All right.
These HHO cells will save gas, and on the mileage, they'll help. We're doing it on this tractor right now, but you can do it on cars. You can do it really on anything. Anything that really runs on gas, and they'll actually help the world because of pollution. And instead of carbon monoxide blowing out of a car, they'll have oxygen blowing out. And so it'll be like you taking in air and breathing out air. It's the same thing. So that's why we're doing this example right here today on this tractor, and hopefully we can get it to work.
Well, Mr. Larry, you know, how do you feel, you know,
that's it.
on the verge of having your tractor, you know, running with HHO, you know? I mean, what you thinking? What you think about it?
Keeping the dollars in my pocket. That's the bottom line. If I could get
Bottom line.
I keep the dollars in my pocket.
Same thing on my vehicle, on a truck I had, and it worked very well. So when I found out that he was, you know, actually doing farming, you know, such a large scale, I mentioned it to him, and he said he was interested. And then all that time then came to this, and now, you know, they're installing it, and
We'll get the hookup, see
yeah,
what's going to happen.
getting the hookup, see what's going to happen. Yeah.
I've learned about the HHO, that it'll save you thousands of dollars a year, and it saves on gas, diesel, and it works on tractors, cars, and everything else.
What's the matter, bro? You know, you being, how old are you, mind me asking?
I'll be 89
84 years old in November. All right. And I'm sure you saw the first tractor, when the tractors were coming up and stuff like that. What do you think about, something like this? We were talking about things improving, every year. I guess, what do you think about that?
Well, when I started out years back with my father, we didn't have no tractors. It was horses and mules.
Horses and mules.
He was operating on. He was doing what the tractor was doing to me. And finally, back in 53, 52, the little one-row tractor started coming out. We bought some of that.
Instead of doing that one,
And then after that,
line, we could do a test line.
the big tractors came out, was forming cotton with the big cotton by hand. Turn around, I bought 2 cotton pickers.
I got plenty of wire in the shop.
Got the carriers out of the trees, picking cotton, machines are big.
Yes.
And after the cotton went out, I went to saw mills. I owned some combines, truck, big trucks, all that, until I retired.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
So I feel like you said, I went through the mill.
You went through it all, huh?
Ain't nothing was easy with me.
Yeah. So, and now your son, is taking it to the next level. With actually instead of just buying the machinery, actually starting to implement and change the machinery to be able to even save you any more, even more money and stuff like that. So it's kind of like what you said, when you first walked up every year. Something getting a little more, a little more.
Today, them brand new tractors in the shop, there, if you're not educated, you're not going to crank it, you're not going to move it. Because, everything is so different.